I guess we'll start. Welcome to the Newbie Real Estate Investor Podcast. I'm Jonathan Boyle with my co-host Joey Chan.
How's it going, guys?
So, we're starting something here. Got to see how business is great. It's booming. The real estate market is incredible right now. All my properties are appraising really high and selling for great value, so I can't complain, man. Hope everything's good with you too, brother. Patina, what we ate, we had some good oysters. So this episode of the podcast, we're actually going to go over some questions that were given to us about a week ago or so from one of my Facebook posts as far as due diligence when you are looking for a real estate investing partner. Joey, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, whenever you're picking a partner, right, you always want to find somebody that's kind of compatible to yourself, someone with opposite skill sets. You don't want anybody that does exactly the same thing you do. However, you do want someone that has sort of the same type of beliefs you have. Someone who's probably honest. It's gonna be probably hard to find someone who's funny as me, but that's all right. You want somebody who's, you can get along with, right? You wanna also be aware of both of your tolerance levels in terms of investing. You want to have someone who kind of, as both of you, let's say both of you are starting out, you both want to sort of talk to each other, kind of like what are your goals are, and that way hey, this person's getting way ahead of me in terms of investing or just in life, right? And now things are not really compatible. So you want to make sure you find somebody that's definitely doing the same as far as both.
Yeah, just to kind of add on to that. So like when Joey and I became partners on a few of our deals, the first one we did together was a 2-family in Belleville. We spoke about it. We asked each other what was our idea for it? Are we looking to sell it? Or are we looking to keep it as a rental? Up front, even before we bought the deal. Oh. So we both agreed that it would be a great rental because the bedroom and bathroom count was huge. It was a big house, so we knew it would cash flow from day one. Yep. So that's kind of why we stuck with that. And then as far as the renovation, one thing, I hate to say this, but you kind of need to say it, but you want a partner that doesn't really complain, because especially there's things that are going to happen in real estate that you can't really predict. So for example, permits not being approved right away or an inspection failing. So you can't really predict that all the time. You can prevent it, but you can't predict it.
Yeah, I think one big thing is either being the contractor or having that project management person. And sometimes, projects do go over budget. Actually, I would say 95% of the time, any of my project is going to go over budget. You want to be aware of that.
The financials, you kind of want to be sure that they're, either A, they're upfront about it, that they don't have enough to, float certain things, or B, that you both know how you guys are doing financially. I think when Joey and I got started, I let him know up front, look, I'm not the strongest financial partner, but, I'll be there for everything, and I would make sure that we pass the inspections if I could do anything to stop that, if that makes sense, or help that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Dia, she's actually a good friend of mine. She actually asked us, when is the best time to start investing in real estate? Thank you for all the love, by the way. To me, the best time to start investing in real estate is as soon as you can, honestly. And it's a very broad answer, but realistically, it doesn't matter what part of the market cycle that we're in. You could make money in real estate no matter what cycle, either as a rental or as a fix and flip. It just all depends on how you hedge your bets and hedge your risk tolerance.
Yep. The next question was, what areas are you guys buying in right now? So we're mainly buying in northern New Jersey right now. And so we have several different strategies that we purchase. And so one of the strategy is we actually wholesale, right? So in terms of wholesale, we buy anywhere in northern New Jersey. Second strategy is with fix and flip, we're a little bit more picky. Mm-hmm. We're buying in areas where we can pick up deals at anywhere from 30 to 60% on the dollar. So that's kind of where we're at right now with fix and flip. In terms of buy and holds, I think we're purchasing in more of the C plus to B areas. That means it sounds like Belleville, I think Kearney, Bloomfield,
Nutley.
Yeah, all the nicer areas, but not the top market. You know, not markets like, let's say, Fort Lee. What other markets can you think of? Like, we're not buying holds right now in Livingston, things like that.
Montclair, Short Hills.
Yeah, we're not buying in those markets as far as fix and flip. I'm sorry, buying holds.
Yeah, as in fix and flip, I think if we are to purchase in those areas, we're very cautious due to the market cycle.
Hook and Reel is actually owned by a friend of mine, Leo. Shout out to Leo. Also shout out to Eric Justin as well. Let's move on to the next question. What is your realistic expectation of ROIs?
Okay, that's actually a really, really good question. I mean, it all, just like in most real estate, it depends. But, no, I'm kidding. It depends. The big thing, though, is it depends on the area. As if it's like certain parts of Newark or something like that, I'm expecting at least like 10-15% cash on cash return. And that's if I completely mess it up. If the budget, it goes over budget by double, it has to be completely god awful for me to have that type of return on investment. Like, for example, I think our Belleville property, I have to go back to it, our 2-family. When we bought it, it was a purchase price of, I think, $190. The reno was, what, like $60 or something?
Yeah, the reno was about $65.
Raised at $370. So when we did the refi at 70% of the ARV, we had to put in a few dollars. I think we had to put in about 10 grand each or something. I think
it was a lot less than that, actually. I think it was about 5,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was 10 in total, so it was about 5,000 a piece, which is not bad.
Yeah, so it's not bad either way. But realistically, when we did the refi and we had to keep in some of our money, in total, though, we were making, I think, over $1,000 a month cash flow after all expenses. So after a year, you know, we made like 6 grand. So realistically, our cash on cash return for the year was a little over 100%. You know, I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. If it's like a fix and flip, the reason why the formula is 70% of ARV minus repairs is because 5% is realtor fees, so you're at 75%. 5% is like holding costs usually, and then that other 10% is like an oh shit factor. So now realistically, you make somewhere between 10 to 20% of what the difference was, if that makes sense.
So let's answer audience questions. Question was from our good friend Carolina. What do you think has been the best way to invest? Buy, flip, and sell, or buy, flip, and rent? So this actually ties into our next question, the pros and cons of fixing and flipping versus fixing and holding. Why don't you do the pros and I'll do the cons?
Okay. I mean, the pros and cons of fix and flips versus buy and holds is that as far as a fix and flip is concerned, you get a big chunk, I guess you could say you could get a big chunk of change. And this kind of goes into Matt's question, you enjoy fix and flip. So everyone knows, we're live on Instagram is at the Real Estate John Boyle on Instagram. You know, you get a big chunk of change, so you could make 30, 40, 50, 100K from a fix and flip. Now, you think about it, let's say you're doing 6 a year and at minimum making 30K each, you're making 180K. So that's a great benefit. Again, it's really not that difficult to find a fix and flip and, you know, get it done all the way to completion. And to be honest, 30K is actually, like, even if you found one deal making 30K, that's more than some people's wages for the year. So, you know, it's definitely a great feeling. Now, of course, you have to deal with a lot of BS, but, you know, you have to weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of have a strong mental fortitude in order to do a lot of fix and flip, especially if you get a lot of issues. And being new, there's always going to be a lot of issues that you didn't anticipate or you didn't understand, that stuff that was coming. Like building inspectors, you know, they ask you for things and you had no idea. because you were either never a contractor or you didn't have experience renovating your own personal home or anything like that. So those things are gonna come and bite you at the beginning, especially. Later on, I think you're gonna have more experience, right? So it'll get easier and easier as it goes on.
Fun thing about inspectors, like one inspector could come in and say, oh, you need to fix something to do like this way, and then next time another inspector comes out and they tell you need to fix it this way, and then it's going back to the original way it was set up. So, you know, like, home inspectors are human too. Like, obviously they're not fault of human error. That's headaches you have to deal with as well.
Very faulty.
Now, I guess pros and cons of flip and holds. I mean, flip and holds, you know, there's a good chance, if you're following the right formula, you could pretty much buy a property without spending any money, arguably, because, you know, you're following the BRRRR strategy, where you refinance and take all your money back out. I guess the negative to flip and hold is, of course, you're not getting a big chunk of change, you're holding cash flow. So, you know, you could make, you know, it could be crappy and you lose money, cash flow per month, or, yeah, I guess that's really the only negative.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a single family, at least in New Jersey, taxes are god-awful, so you won't be making much money from a single family, if any.
Yep.
Oh, how do you guys finance the fix and flips? That's a great question. As far as financing the fix and flips, well, we're not millionaires. You know, we don't carry, you know, a briefcase full of money. So what we tend to usually do is raise the money for most of our projects. There's a quick formula. I'd have to, like, I have it at home. Basically, we kind of plug and play, like, here's the purchase price. We know certain hard money lenders will do like 80% of purchase and 100% of rehab. So we have to make sure we have that 20% down. Let's say the purchase price is $200,000. 20% of that is $40,000, so we'll need $40,000. Then closing costs roughly about 12 grand, so that's 52. Then usually they want points, so that's interest that you pay directly at the beginning of the loan. So you get an idea of what that would be. So in a $200,000 purchase, that'd be 4 grand. So you're at 56 now. Plus, there's something called a construction drawback, where you pay the construction up front and then they reimburse you. I like to keep like 30,000 or so there, just as a good buffer. Now you're at what, like 76 or something?
Yeah.
So at 7, you want a little bit for holding costs. Usually we're at like a 10% interest rate or so, maybe less, for the year. So 10% of 200,000, let's say, is 2 grand a month. Estimate how many months it'll be. So let's say it's like a 6-month project. That's another 12 grand roughly. Now you're at like 88. We raised that 88,000 from, you know, like from our friends, our family. Basically, we figure it out, and we give some sort of interest rate to our private lender. But realistically, it's not as difficult as most people make it seem. You know, like, if the numbers make sense and the person who's putting the money up front is making money, then everyone's happy. For someone who has no knowledge on flipping homes, how does one start? Great question. Got started in real estate was from listening to podcasts, reading books. Big podcast that really helped me tremendously is the Bigger Pockets podcast. They have special guests every week. They have over, I think, 400 episodes at this point, but I just dove into it and listened to every single one of them.
Guy here has a podcast too.
Oh yes, so yeah, we have a podcast too, something like this, the Newbie Real Estate Investor podcast. You're kind of listening to it right now.
But yeah, we have about 40 episodes of our podcast as well. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, or you could find us on Apple, SoundCloud, Google, the Google Store,
and Anchor.
Yeah. So we're pretty much everywhere. I hope that answers that question.
Yeah, so I think we want to just update the audience kind of on what we're working on, right? Like a weekly update, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, so we're doing some deals together, and we're also doing some deals separately.
Yeah.
As well. Talk about the deals we're working on together. Primary deal that we're kind of working on together is we're working on our office / kitchen cabinet showroom. So
Yes.
we're kind of still waiting on the permits. We have a 4-bed, 1-bath apartment for rent that's still available. So anybody who's looking for a 4-bedroom, 1-bath apartment in Garfield, New Jersey, that's available. Brand new stainless steel appliances that just came in today. And big shout out to Louis France for that.
Thank you, Lou. Really means a lot. He's our go-to appliance guy. Anytime we've had an issue, he fixes it.
Yep.
Like almost immediately.
Yep. So we're working on that. I have a half a duplex in East Orange, New Jersey, be hitting the market.
Yeah, it's gonna hit the market by Wednesday at the latest. I just have to set up the paperwork. It's a 5-bed, 2.5-bath, half duplex. What a half duplex is, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically it used to be a full house, so it is literally a house, but it got, I guess, kind of subdivided to make it easier to explain. So now it's 2 separate houses, but under one roof. Yeah, but it's 2,000 square feet, 5-bed, 2.5-bath, fully renovated, and yeah, it's gorgeous. So come check it out. Probably be having an open house this upcoming Sunday.
Richard asks, what's the monthly rent for the 4-bedroom?
Yeah, so we're gonna be looking for $2,400 a month rent for the 4-bed, 1-bath. Again, as Joey mentioned, it's fully renovated, stainless steel appliances, new kitchen, new granite, new flooring, or not new flooring, sorry.
New bathroom.
Yeah, new bathroom, and new paint throughout.
Yep.
So it's gorgeous. I guess going back to what we're doing as far as our office is concerned. Okay, what we're looking for. We're actually going to be looking for kitchen designers very soon. We're getting an influx of people who are asking us about certain kitchen cabinets that they want. So we're definitely looking for someone who's trained in that. If you know anyone, please let them reach out to us.
Yep. That'll be a full-time position.
Now, another project I have going on is a 2-family in Patterson. This is actually with my partner, Eric Justin. You can find him on Facebook. Good guy. We purchased a property in Patterson. The downstairs is a 3-bed, 1-bath. The upstairs is a 4-bed, 1-bath. We're putting in about 40 grand into it. Purchased at 195, 40 grand into it, and it appraised at about 360. Again, that's with the hard money appraisal, so it might be a little conservative. So we're hoping it'll appraise us for more, but we'll wait and see. It'll cash flow very well. We have a downstairs tenant already, $1,400 a month, and the upstairs 4-bed, 1-bath, once fully renovated, should go for about $2 grand a month. So
nice.
If you know anyone who's looking for a 4-bed, 1-bath with parking in Patterson, feel free to reach out.
Also, should we talk about the Randolph?
Oh yeah, we can mention that a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can explain it better.
So we have also a house under contract in Randolph, New Jersey. Anyone who's looking for a fix and flip, this would be a wholesale deal. Anyone who's it's 5-bedroom, 2.5-bath in Randolph, New Jersey. It's got a swimming pool, needs to be repaired. It's already sheetrocked. It's already got the kitchen cabinets there. The bathrooms, there's 2.5 or 3, I forget the exact amount. I believe it's 3 full baths. 3 full baths have to be finished. So there you go. That's a wholesale deal we have right now. We have also another deal in Linden, New Jersey, but I think we're gonna hold on to that, right?
Yeah, to be honest, it's not that great a deal, but we're helping out a homeowner, and we're going to be playing the appreciation game with that. What we mean is we're going to hold it for the long haul. Eventually, it should appreciate based off the market.
Yeah, so a little bit more detail on that one. So we're helping this homeowner who's also got he owns a duplex, and we're basically taking over half the duplex. We're paying the guy $5,000 for this property, okay? And then we're gonna continue paying his mortgage down, and so we're basically not gonna cash flow on this property. But again, we've only paid $5,000 for this property, which is fully renovated. It's probably gonna be worth $240,000. In as-is condition, I think it's probably worth around, what, 185, you think?
Yeah, something like
that. We're gonna come in, there is an existing tenant there now. The place does need some work, but we're not really gonna do anything until the tenant moves out. And so we're just gonna keep it as is and leave it alone until, like I said, the tenant moves out. So that's the other deal we're actually working on right now. So if you guys know any, definitely we'll send it to you, Anish. If you guys know any homeowners who's in trouble, has no equity, or has too much equity, let us know. We're definitely looking to purchase.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I think that's basically it for, we'll give you guys a better update when we have more that's going on, but we'll try to set this up every Monday around noonish to 1 or so, and give you guys an update and answer any questions that come up that we haven't answered already. So yeah, thank you guys, and
yeah, last comment, don't forget to go on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Newbie Real Estate Investors. All right, like and subscribe, leave comments and questions on there. That way we can find it easily.
Yes.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, or heck, you could even message us any questions you might have that you think would be great for the show. Thank you, and take care, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Signing off.